Hello, happy Sunday, my dear fellow sensitive beings out there, God's chosen ones, earth angels, human angels like myself, starseeds. I'm only for you guys. I'm for nobody else. I don't like it really when these misaligned people come to follow me and my work when they are not my people. They're not part of my tribe, as I have painfully felt and seen this entire process when I was on Facebook, for example, and on LinkedIn, for example, and I would encounter these people all the time who are not aligned with me authentically. So that would really hurt me and my soul, you know. And as I'm here being, honest and authentic with you so that I can actually attract and keep my aligned tribe people. So hopefully you are part of it, so you recognize yourself. So you're not here to follow me for the wrong reasons. I've been really, putting a lot of effort and a lot of thought into this process. So it's been a long path. And yes, because I'm also sensitive, it can be very painful at times. I have a few thoughts and issues that I want to talk about today. One of them is experiencing genuine love as a sensitive woman, because likely you have gone through a lot of pain, like us God's chosen ones and sensitive beings, human angels. We go through so much pain. Just for that reason, of course, we can, because we're sensitive and intuitive and we feel people's pains and emotions, and we are almost mind readers because we have those psychic abilities to connect with energies and with people without our, without us choosing that. So that alone can be one battle. But of course, when you have been abused ever since you were a child, if you had a narcissistic parent, even more so. And there comes a time when you really don't have any choice but to be tuning into yourself, into God, leaning onto yourself, onto God, because you and God are one. We're always about oneness. Everything is connected in one way or another. And, God lives within us. But we have to surrender to Him. We have to surrender to Him and to have faith in Him every day. To be building that relationship with ourselves and with God, so that we can fulfill our life missions, so that we can truly be ourselves and follow our authentic life paths and heal. So in order to be able to do that is to be able to silence the rest of the world and people who don't understand what you are about, what your life is about, what your life story is about. They don't know you. And if they don't seem to hear you when you communicate clearly with them, it's a big sign that those are not your people and they're just draining you out. And too much is too much. So again, we have to keep those boundaries and seek peace whenever we need to. It's our job to honor our bodies and our minds, to keep a healthy mindset and peace. Because we cannot live our lives if there are constant attacks from other people, telling us what to do and what not to do, telling us that something is not realistic when we open up to them and try to trust them and, you know, try to be ourselves with them. That is not the right way to live, to be. We don't go around telling people either what they should do. We give people peace and space to be themselves. And we also deserve that same back. And there can be no excuses. I'm sure that by now you have felt this pain when you were growing up and you were seeking for your parents' acceptance, for their love and care, because that is a natural desire in a child, and you deserved to have all of that love and care and support and guidance, but you never had it. And so you've been chasing it from other people, and then you've been hurt because those other people don't know you and your story, and they cannot help you. They are not aligned with you. So this is what I really learned, you know, the painful way that, you know, when people are just not aligned with me, they are not my people. It is so impossible for the interaction to be able to work. So if I come from peace and the other person is questioning me and hurting me and challenging me, it's definitely not working. And so we don't deserve it that we give our peace away. We need our health. We need our minds and bodies to work and function in the fullest motion. We need to have peace and alignment with ourselves and with God. And this is how to succeed in life. This is how to live your life like it's supposed to be, like it's meant to be the magnet to attract all the miracles and blessings that belong to you. Not being fake, not asking for people to approve you or validate you or anything. You value and validate yourself along with God. So you don't need it from others. You don't need to be asking around from others what you should do. And again, in order to be able to focus on what matters, for example, your own health, your mindset, your relationships, your children, whatever it is that matters to you, there can be many things that matter to you that are important. Of course, health is the most important, because without that, we don't have anything. We need to be able to be sane, to have common sense, and, you know, to be able to hold on to our health. And that is, again, where boundaries are so crucial. We're not here to be pleasing others, you know, and that is one of the powerful reasons why I also don't allow comments on my YouTube, because I simply cannot control them. So again, in order to be able to create your life your way, to be in the flow of life, to be aligned with yourself and with God, with the universe, with all the love and support that is there for you, to be able to be healthy and happy, you need your boundaries, you need your self-care practices, you need your relationship with God and with yourself first and foremost, because nobody else can do those for you. And you have to be building your faith. It's like a muscle that you build and build and build. Everything takes a bit of building and time and effort. And also surrendering and trusting the process, yes, but it takes action too. And, you know, building the faith and setting those boundaries are a good start, and they are so important. And everything, you know, that I'm speaking is coming from authentic truth. I have been on the floor basically crying in panic and in pain many times in my life when I've been so psychologically severely abused, bullied, hurt, physically attacked in my life, throughout my life, ever since I was a small child. So it was like I never could catch a freaking break. And so these are so important things to be addressed, because a life cannot be wasted like that. And if we let those toxic people just influence us, we will be wasting our lives. But God is there, always, when we just acknowledge Him and build that connection, that relationship, that faith. Allow the Holy Spirit to take over our lives. Allow Jesus Christ to save us. So these are important things to pay attention to every day. It's not about being in religion. I don't really like to label anything. To me, people are just people, and happenings are happenings, and I'm just sharing what I have found that is true. And even religious people can be cruel and mean and devilish. I have really seen that too. So if you are still encountering people who don't seem to understand or listen or believe you when you talk about your experiences to them, when you're trying to get to know them, for example, if you're dating or socializing with people, and you notice the pain again in your body, in your mind, amplifying the war in your mind that you've already been going through in your life ever since you were a child. So it can be a never-ending battle, yes, but that is also a big sign, again, to be able to ground yourself in your own truth, in your own peace, to take that pause and to pray, meditate, and relax. Your job is always to be you, to be able to liberate yourself, to be able to free yourself, to empower yourself. You can choose to be fearless, you can choose empowerment, you can choose healing, you can choose them at any given moment in your life. They are not somehow far away from you. They are always there for you to access. Just like God and your faith and your peace. They are always there, even if they feel that they are far away, especially if you're having a panic attack again, when somebody's trying to attack you again, hurt you in some way. You just have to remind yourself that those are not your people, that those people come from the devil. And it's all about that, because they hurt you. And they do nothing but destruction. So really everything is a choice away, a decision away, a belief away. And you deserve it to have that peace that you never really had while growing up. But now you are an adult, and you are responsible for what happens in your life. You have no one else to blame. And you should not be blaming anyone. You should not be blaming yourself either. It's not your fault that your life has gone the way it has. But it's your responsibility to be healing and moving on, making better choices, knowing what is for you and what is not for you. And about genuine love. This is again from woman to woman. It can be very hard to understand men overall. Some are sensitive, some are not so sensitive. Some can be very cruel and egotistical and all of that. So you don't want a toxic man destroying your life again and breaking your heart again. So you have to be clear about your values and what you really want when you're manifesting that true love partner that you dream of. You have to know your value and worth. and know that you're not going to settle. You're not going to wait around for someone to grow up again. You're not going to sacrifice yourself again for a man. You're living your life, and that is it, because that man will show you if he wants you. You don't need someone who is unsure about you. There are many, many unsure people in this world who are not aligned with people like us, with beings like us. And it is a big difference. We are so unique that, you know, it just affects everything. And when people are not mind readers and they don't know what has been going on in your mind for years as you're dealing with abusive people, for example, who just laugh at your pain, your loved ones who turned their backs on you and laughed at your pain when you were in severe panic, for example, in severe pain, almost going to a hospital. Maybe you have been in a hospital and they did not support you. So again, as a sensitive woman, empath, highly sensitive woman, you need a man who will protect you when he needs to. Because you are a natural healer, a kind woman, kind person, very loving and giving and caring and trusting, honest, authentic. So your job is to just be healing from your pain and to be able to be open when that man appears into your life. And, you know your own power and don't give your own power away anymore to anyone, let alone a man who is toxic for you, so not worth it. So if they want you, if they are right for you, they will show it to you, and you don't need to be begging and chasing after it. And if it seems like and feels like there's nobody in your life who would even bother to see how amazing and kind and sensitive you are and would actually get to know you, still you just have to be honest with yourself and be aligned with yourself and with God again, and build that faith and be manifesting those people who are your tribe. So when you know who's not for you, it's a lot easier to be open to the right people, to be manifesting those right people and to come. And you're not going to make your old same mistakes where you would be, chasing after somebody who is emotionally unavailable, for example. And if they misunderstand you, they underestimate you, they leave you for somebody who is easier to manipulate and control. So let them. Good riddance. Let them go. Detach, release, free yourself, be freed, be liberated, be happy, be healthy. Be planning your life intentionally and consciously. Healing and planning and taking action. And if you need more help, again, I'm here to help. My services are here to help. My freebies, for example, my short ebook that will help you. Or if you want my one-on-one help and support, you can book my free consultation for that, to chat first for free, or you can just book straight away a session with me.